Allow me to introduce the AbletonOp Real Clap. Everyone loves the 808 and 909 claps, and they are no doubt a classic and nostalgic sound. But sometimes you need something a little more organic. The problem with a drum machine that references only one sample is that it sounds the same every time. Sure, you can add some velocity modulation of the volume or the filter to change it up, but this only goes so far. The AbletonOp Real Clap reproduces the sound of a real person or group clapping by layering anywhere from 1 to 15 different samples simultaneously. Random generators are used to automatically shuffle through samples so you never get the same pairing of samples twice. This rack can produce over 1,300 different combinations, and that's only when layering 3 samples at a time. So let's take a look inside. Let's start on the interior rack. The inner rack has 3 chains holding each of the 3 groups of claps. Think of it as 3 different clapping techniques. Each chain can be turned on or off using the yellow macros, and this allows you to play a single clap of either variety. Each group can also be pitched up or down using the green macros. This macro works on all samples within the group. Think of this inner rack as the place to dial in the tone of your claps. The More Hands macro controls the MIDI rack that creates the random shuffling as well as the multi-sample layering, but it has also been mapped to the outermost rack. Moving on to the outer rack, macros 1, 2, 5, and 6, colored in green, control the delay parameters. At the top you have filter frequency and delay time, and below is the feedback and send amount. Macros 7 and 8 in purple control the reverb time and send amount. The reverb send amount also sends the delay channel to the reverb so that your delay signal doesn't have a different character than your dry signal. Macro 3 is the More Hands macro in blue. A setting of 1 will play 1 sample from each group. So depending on which groups are enabled, this will play anywhere from 1 to 3 samples simultaneously. Setting of 2 will play 2 samples from each group. 3, 4, and 5. If all clap groups are enabled and the More Hands macro is set to 5, then the rack will play 15 different clap samples simultaneously. The last macro is Fatten, seen in orange. This is a rack at the end of the clap generator that uses grain delays to multiply the incoming signal. As you turn the parameter up, it will begin to layer in up to 4 instances of grain delay, each pitched slightly differently. Alright, I think that about covers it. I hope you enjoyed this Free Sound Friday. Be sure to check in every week for more tips, tutorials, and freebies. As always, thank you for choosing AbletonOp.com, and we'll see you next time.